Hello, Barbara here. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Now, today I want to talk about being visible, and in particular, your mindset around being visible. Because even though you might know that it's great for your business, it's great for your audience, it's great for you to raise your profile and get you in front of more people, to be more visible, but it still can feel rubbish, and it can still cause you to hold yourself back, to keep you firmly in your comfort zone, and just to play it safe a little bit. And that's not what we want, certainly not this year. So I'm going to share 5 tips on how to help you to be more visible. So tip number 1 is to be super clear on your message. Now, once you get super clear, and I mean really clear, I mean get into the specifics of what it is that you do and what it is that you're sharing in terms of how it will benefit others. Once you do that, your message becomes bigger than you. So it takes the pressure off of you being perfect and you having to deliver a really polished performance every single time. It's no longer about you. So you don't need to focus on perfection and search for perfection. You just need to focus on delivering a great message. So focus on your message and be of service to your audience. Think about the benefit that they're going to get as a result of hearing from you or reading from you or learning the message that you've got to share, and think about what it is that you're going to be able to help them do. So focus on being the messenger as opposed to it all being about you. Tip number 2 is to expect fear. Now, this is a really funny one to kind of mention, because when we think of fear, we might think of danger. We might think of a place where we don't want to be, a feeling that feels awful, that we want to run from, we want to resist at all costs. But the thing is, in this situation, it's also a really good sign that you are heading in the right direction, that you are developing, growing, and just expanding your horizons. And that is a good thing. So see it as a sign that you are absolutely doing something new and you are heading in the right place, and something that you have to just go through as opposed to avoid. Now, tip number 3 is to look out for ways that you might be self-sabotaging. So here's an example. You might have a big goal on your notice board that says get published in Forbes, for instance, or somewhere like that. And you, instead of doing it, instead of putting it at the top of your priority list, you might start procrastinating. You might start to say, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow, or you might come up with excuses why you can't do it. And instead of going for it full pelt, you start to, even though you've got it there as an intention, you don't actually go out and do it. So look for ways that you might be displaying self-sabotaging behaviours, and then if you catch yourself doing it, put it at the top of your priority list, dedicate some time in your diary, and get the job done. Now, tip number 4 is to set yourself a challenge. Now, I'm a big believer in the sentence, what gets measured gets done. So set yourself a challenge for how many pictures you want to put out there, or how many Facebook Lives you want to do, or how many times you want to post in a guest post that particular week or that particular month, and aim for that. And that's your challenge for that period of time, and just really nail it down. Again, what gets measured gets done, so really put a measure attached to that. And then tip number 5 is focus on what happens afterwards. So quite often what I see is people getting nervous about what's happening before, or the run up to being visible, but focus on after that. So focus on the fact that you will have achieved it. You'll have finally been able to cross it off your list, that you will have shared something that you're really passionate about, that somebody will have learned from that. So you might get an opportunity on the back of it. Focus on that, where you want to go, as opposed to where you are now. So those are my top 5 tips. I would love to hear from you, and so put it in the comments how you are at being visible, and what does it bring up for you? How do you hold yourself back? Number 2 is what's going to be your challenge this month. So are you going to do so many Facebook Lives? Are you going to do some posts? Are you going to be featured somewhere? What is it that you're going to do this month that's really going to add a difference? And the third thing, that if you know of somebody that would benefit from this video, please feel free to share, so that we can all learn from it. And if you liked this video, hit subscribe so you'll get the next one next week. All right, see you later. Hope you're having a fantastic week, and I'll see you soon. See you later.